Today I made some broccoli, cheese, and rice cups. We love these. I love to just snack on them throughout the day, or they're great with lunch or dinner, and they're just really easy to make. So first it's just 2 cups of cooked rice, and then you're going to do 2 cups of cooked broccoli just right into that same bowl. And then I do a chopped onion, a cup of cheese, and then you're just going to stir this up really well. And you can change up the veggies in this too. I just like this combination the best. And then I'm going to do a scoop of minced garlic in there. And you can season that up with some salt, pepper, whatever you want. I just kind of forgot. And then you're going to do 2 eggs in a separate bowl. And then whisk that up really well. And then throw that into your broccoli rice mixture. Stir this up really well. And then take a muffin pan and just spray that down with some oil so nothing sticks. And then you're going to put those in your muffin tin, just like this. This will make 12 of those broccoli rice cups. And then you're going to top it with a little bit more cheese right on the top there. And then bake it at 350. And I baked mine at 26 minutes exactly. And then they come right out of the pan with ease. Nothing sticks. They are so good. Like I said, I do like to snack on them just throughout the day, but they're great with lunch or dinner. Highly recommend trying these ones. Today for dessert, I made some churro cheesecake bars. These were so delicious and really easy to make. First, you're just going to need 2 of the crescent roll sheets, and you could just use a regular one and then pinch all the edges. Spray your pan with some oil, lay one of those sheets down, and then spread this with a bunch of cinnamon and sugar. Then in a separate bowl, you're going to take 2 blocks of softened cream cheese, a splash of vanilla, 3/4 cups of sugar, and then 1 egg. You're going to mix this all together really well. I also added a little bit more cinnamon and sugar to this as well. So mix this all up really well, and then add that filling into that crescent roll sheet just like this. Spread this all around really good. And now you're going to take that other crescent roll sheet and then top it with that. Melt a couple tablespoons of butter, spread that all over the top, and then top with more cinnamon and sugar. I did pretty much. I think it was delicious though. Then you're going to bake this at 400 degrees and then let that cool in the fridge for a bit. Cut into squares. It was amazing. I hope you guys give this one a try. Today I made a delicious Big Mac stromboli. This was incredible, one of my top 5 favorites now. So first you're just going to take a pound of ground beef and an onion and then cook that in a pan. Then you're going to make that Big Mac sauce. Mine is 1 cup of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of yellow mustard, 3 tablespoons of the sweet relish. I do a splash of pickle juice, paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder. You're just going to stir that up really well, and it kind of looks like this. And then you're going to season that burger with whatever you want. I did the buttery steakhouse seasoning. Then melt a little butter and just set that aside. Take a pizza crust dough and then spread that out as good as you can. Make sure there's no holes in it. Spread a little bit of that Big Mac sauce down, and then that ground beef with the onion, and then top with some cheese. Then I added some chopped pickles to mine, and now you're going to roll this up. First you kind of do the sides just like this, and then you just roll up like this, and then that seal will be at the bottom, so roll it over like that, and then place it on a sheet pan. Brush with that butter, and then I topped with a little bit of sesame seeds. Then bake this at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes until it's all nice and golden like this. And they're gonna slice it all up and then dip it in that Big Mac sauce. This was incredible. I highly recommend. Today we made these delicious strawberry cinnamon rolls for breakfast. Everybody loved them. They were gone in minutes. These are really easy to make, and you can change out the fruit for a different kind of fruit if you want. So you're going to take a can of the Pillsbury Grands, roll those all out together just like this. And then you're going to take about 5-ish strawberries, slice those really thin, and then I smashed mine up a little bit. And then you're going to put those strawberries right onto the cinnamon roll. Roll those back up. I cut mine just because it was a little bit easier. And then you're going to take them out just like this. And you're going to put them in a pan. I did an 8x8 pan. Take a little bit of heavy whipping cream and fill those maybe halfway up the cinnamon roll. Melt 3 tablespoons of butter and then put 3 to 4 tablespoons of brown sugar in that. And then I added a little cinnamon too. You're just going to pour that over and then bake those. And then for the icing, I did 3 ounces of softened cream cheese, and you're going to add that icing from the package in there too. And then 1 cup of powdered sugar, mix that up. And then I did 2 smashed strawberries, and then I added that to it. So you're just going to mix that up, and then you are done with your icing. And then when that gets done baking, you're going to let it cool a little bit and then spread that icing all over it. These are delicious. I hope you guys try them. Let me know if you do. Today I made this incredible apple broccoli salad. It is perfect for those summer barbecues. It's sweet, salty, and just really delicious. This is really easy to make too, and you can change up the ingredients as much as you want to. So first you're just going to add your broccoli. I did about 12 ounces of broccoli. You're going to chop that up into bite-sized pieces. Then I added half of a red onion all chopped up, and then about a half of a cup of sunflower seeds, and then a half of a cup of the dried cranberries, and then I did 2 apples all chopped up. You want to chop them pretty small. And now I'm going to add my dressing. So it's a half of a cup of mayonnaise and a half of a cup of sour cream. And then about 2 tablespoons of the apple cider vinegar and about 2 tablespoons of honey. And then a little pepper in there. You don't need salt because I do add about 8 strips of bacon all cooked and crumbled to that too. Pour that dressing all over it and then just stir up really well. And then I topped with some more bacon. It was incredible. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Today I made these amazing chive and onion cream cheese chicken taquitos with bacon. Oh my gosh, they're so good and really easy to make. First I used 2.5 cups of cooked chicken. I use a rotisserie chicken and then 1 tub of the chive and onion cream cheese. And then about 10 strips of bacon, all cooked and crumbled, and then a few of green onions in there. Just stir that up really well, and then I took the medium-sized tortillas and I warmed them in a microwave just a bit. And then you're gonna put about 3-ish tablespoons of that mixture into your tortilla and then just roll them up and then put them on a sheet pan, spray with a little oil on them, bake them at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes, and they turn out all nice and like golden and a little bit crispy. These were way better than I expected them to be, honestly. They were so creamy and delicious. We dipped in a little hot sauce. You don't even have to dip them with anything. They don't need it, but great to heat up for the next day too. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Tonight for dinner, I made a cheesesteak potato casserole in the crock pot. This was really simple and pretty fast to make. So first I just did a bag of hash browns. I did the cubed ones, but you can do the shredded if you want. A can of the cheddar cheese soup, a half of a cup of sour cream, and then a cup and a half of cheese. You can do whatever cheese you want. I did the provolone because I thought it would work best with it. And then a pound and a half of ground beef. You're going to cook that, drain all the grease, and then put an onion, 3 bell peppers in there, and then I did a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in there, and then season that real good as well. I also added some minced garlic into that meat too. I just forgot to show it. But go ahead and season this real well with some salt, pepper, whatever you'd like. Stir it up. And then I cooked mine on high for just a couple hours and it was finished, but you can put it on low for about 4 hours too. It was cheesy and delicious. Okay, so these were like the best thing I've ever made. I'm not even lying. I'm going to call them hash brown casserole cups, and they were so good. So first you're going to take a 10-ounce bag of hash browns and defrost them partially and then pat them dry. And then you're going to add about 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 3 tablespoons of sour cream, and then you're going to season it how you like. I did onion powder, garlic powder, and then I did some ranch seasoning and salt and pepper. So this was really easy. Just throw it all in the bowl and season real well. And then you're going to add a cup of cheese. I did a Colby Jack. That's just what I had, but it ended up perfect. Georgia insisted on coming up and helping a little bit here. She is so cute. She even kind of tries to show off the pan to everybody here in a minute. See? All right, so then you're going to take a spray bottle of oil or whatever you have and then spray your pan really, really well with the oil because you don't want anything to stick. And then you're going to get that mixture and then you're going to press it down in your pan real good, just like this. And then you're going to bake these at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes. They came right out of the pan whenever I was done so easily. Nothing was really sticking or anything. So I highly recommend doing these. They were tasted amazing. These would go great with any dish topped with some sour cream, onions, bacon, whatever you want. Great breakfast item as well. It was crispy on the outside and nice and creamy on the inside. But I highly recommend trying these ones, guys. Today I made a taco tortellini all in one pan. This only took like 10 to 15 minutes to make and it was delicious. First I cooked 1 pound of ground beef and then you're going to drain that grease as much as you can and then add about a packet of taco seasoning. I had to make my own this time because I was out. And then you're going to add a can of the tomatoes with green chilies. You can use all the juices in that too. And then I just filled that same can up with some beef broth and then put that in there too. Stir that all up really well. And then you're going to wait for this to boil and then add your cheese tortellini in. I did about a half of a bag of this family size. You could have added more. I just didn't have any more. And then I stirred it up and waited for it to boil and then covered it for just like 2 minutes. These don't take long at all to cook. And then I took about a half of a cup of sour cream and I added it to that with my cheese. So I did about 2 cups of shredded cheese. I added some here and then waited to kind of see what it looked like, and then I added a little bit more. You're just going to cover that until all that cheese is nice and melted. I topped with a little bit more cheese and then added some green onions to it. And then at the end, I added some sour cream and more green onions. I loved this. I love how easy it was and quick it was. I hope you guys give this a try. Let me know if you do. So excited to share this one. It is a s'mores crunch wrap. It is amazing. It is now the kids' absolute favorite dessert, and I just love making it. I think it's perfect for sleepovers or those family movie nights. Highly recommend this one. So first you're going to take your graham crackers, marshmallows, chocolate bars, and then I did the giant tortillas, the grande ones. I think they're easier to work with when doing the sheet pan ones. So I put 4 down, 1 in the middle, and with it all hanging over. And then you're going to put your graham crackers down, just layer them up just like this. And then take some mini marshmallows and put those down. I could have used a little bit more mini marshmallows, I think, on mine. So just pile them in there a little bit more. I'd say like a cup and a half. And then you're going to put your chocolate bars down just like this. I used 6 packs of the chocolate bars. And then 1 more tortilla down, and then you're going to fold those over just like this. And then in my video stops, but I sprayed it with oil and then cinnamon and sugar. I think cinnamon and the sugar on the bottom would have been great too, so definitely recommend trying that. Put a sheet pan over this and then bake it at 450 for 15 to 20 minutes until your desired kind of crispiness. It is amazing. You have to try this. Today for breakfast, I made a sheet pan Pop Tart. The kids loved this. It was just a giant Pop Tart that we cut into little squares, and it was delicious. First, you're going to take a sheet pan and then line it with some parchment paper, and then you're going to take these 2 pie crust doughs and then roll them out just a bit and then cut off the edges right here just so they fit in your sheet pan a little better. And then you're going to take some strawberry preserves and then spread that in the middle. I did about 3/4 cups. This was the hardest thing in the world to open. All right, and then you're just going to top it with your other pie dough, just like this, and then pinch it shut with a fork. And you're going to cut 2 little slits on the top too. I forgot to show that. And then spread it with some egg wash. So just whisk up an egg and then spread it on the top. And then you're going to bake this at 375 for about 20 minutes. And you can broil it at the end if you want it a little browned too. And then you're going to make this icing. I did about 2.5 cups of powdered sugar with about 3 tablespoons of milk, and you just whisk that together. If you want it a little thicker, add some softened cream cheese in there. I then sprinkled it with some sprinkles, and it was delicious. Today I made a sheet pan breakfast crunch wrap, and it is my favorite breakfast of all time. It's really easy to make and so good. First, you're going to take 8 of the burrito tortillas and lay them on a cookie sheet. Make sure that you spray that cookie sheet with some oil too. So you're going to lay 5 of them down just like this, and then take the Taco Bell Chipotle creamy sauce and then spread it all around it. Then you're going to take these hash browns that you already cooked and then place them on top of that just like this. I did 8 of them. And then you're going to take some eggs that you already cooked, and I just did it over half of mine because some of us don't like eggs. And then I cooked some sausage and I put that on, and you can use bacon instead. That would be delicious. Then take your shredded cheese and put about 2 cups or so of that on there, and then place 3 more tortillas on top and just kind of wrap it under so nothing seeps out. Spray it with some oil, place another cookie sheet right on top, and then bake at 450 degrees for about 20 minutes, and it comes out all nice and golden, and it's really easy to cut, and it looks like this, and it is amazing. Today I made Frisco Melt Sloppy Joes on garlic bread. I'm obsessed with Steak and Shake's Frisco Melt. I thought this would be a fun version to make at home. So first I did the sauce for it. I did about 3/4 cup of Thousand Island dressing, a half cup of French dressing, and then a dash of Worcestershire sauce and a few tablespoons of ketchup. Just gonna stir that up really well and then cook your meat. So I did a pound of ground beef, threw in an onion in there, and then I added some burger seasoning. So you're just going to stir that up in there. And then I did about a 1/4 cup of beef broth. And then you're going to put a little more Worcestershire sauce right here. And then a tablespoon of cornstarch. Then you're going to get your sauce that you made and put about a 1/2 cup in there of that. You can put more of that sauce in there if you want it more sloppy for your sloppy joe, or you can do less, whatever you want. And then I baked the Texas toast style garlic bread. I just do it as the package says. And then you're going to layer your cheese and your meat on. First I did a slice of American cheese, and then I put my meat mixture down, and then I did a slice of Swiss cheese. I only had enough for 6, just so you know. So add more ground beef if you want all 8 done. Then you're going to put those back in the oven for another 4 minutes or so. But these turned out so delicious. I ate 3 instantly.